It is time now for the PHL World Golf News for this Wednesday, January 28, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. Here now, your 11 o'clock news headlines here, and our top story at 11 o'clock here is in Jerusalem, where 2 Israeli soldiers and a UN peacekeeper were killed on Wednesday as Israel and the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah traded fire in the biggest escalation of fighting since the 2006 war. The old man walked into the courtroom with halting steps, square and a bit slower than they were young, as they had been hauled to a nearby courtroom mere 54 years ago this week as the Friendship Dance convictions for a lunch counter civil rights sit-in vacated. In Stockville, Mississippi, Mitt Romney on Wednesday tested a platform for a possible new campaign for the presidency that focused on easing economic anxiety and adopting a more Mexico foreign policy than that of President Barack Obama. In Amman, Georgia, during the 9 years that Saji al-Bashari, 46, has been sitting in self-imposed solitary confinement in her cell at Jueda Women's Prison in Georgia and refuses to mix with others. Prisoners. She has hardly had any visitors. After months of lackluster results, McDonald's board has named a new CEO, Steve Easterbrook, 48. The company's chief brand officer will replace Don Thompson, 51, the current CEO and a 25-year McDonald's veteran, effective on March the 1st. Thus, sense of relief as the entire region digs out from the aftermath of the blizzard of 2015 as the blizzard dumped up to 2 to 3 feet of snow throughout the region here. The start of the inquest in the Sydney Cafe siege has heard that hostage Katrina Dawson was killed by fragments of a police bullet or bullets. In San Jose, Costa Rica, Cuban President Raul Castro demanded on Wednesday that the U.S. return the base at Guantanamo Bay to lift the half-century trade embargo in Cuba and compensate his country for damages before the two nations established normal relations. If you think Amal al-Madan Clooney has given up the law in order to become a celebrity wife, think again. Clooney, 36, an established human rights lawyer, doesn't really need her husband George Clooney's fame, but her newfound status as a woman as human rights lawyer Amal al-Madan stands tall without George Clooney. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has confirmed that he will attend the celebrations in Russia in May, marking the Soviet victory over Germany in World War II. In Washington, again and again, Senate Republicans made one thing clear Wednesday, that they would not vote to confirm Eric H. Holder Jr. In Los Angeles, the federal government has settled a lawsuit that claimed it ignored the problems of homeless vets in the greater Los Angeles area. Gold dropped the fourth season in 5 on Thursday after the Federal Reserve painted a bullish picture of the U.S. economy, signaling it was on a course to lift interest rates this year. Facebook's fourth quarter earnings handily bleeped Wall Street expectations total today, but the social media behemoth still managed to freak out investors. Samsung Electronics revenue has from mobile devices fell nearly a fifth last year as the South Korean tech giant revealed a sharp contraction in earnings in the final quarter of 2014. It was sealed off from humanity for 30,000 years before sewer workers actually shuttered its high. Vaulted ceiling allowed Israeli searchers to ripple into its dark interior. In 1951, physicist Charles Towns was lost on a park bench in Washington, D.C., part of the years-long puzzle how to create a intense beam of light, short at wavelength but high in frequency with far-reaching practical uses. In Los Angeles, a California school has barred dozens of non-vaccinated students from school in Wednesday over concern that a classmate may have been contracted measles and were outbreak of highly contagious disease. But again, at Disneyland in Anaheim, California, e-cigarettes represent a risk and a rising public health risk that affected and unravel progress made on tobacco by renormalizing smoking behavior and learning a new generation of nicotine addiction, California health officials said on Wednesday. How do you convert a simple saline solution into useful treatment for people with Parkinson's disease? As placed by effect influenced by perceived cost, steady fines. Okay, let's take a look at New England alerts here at 11:04 here in Northampton, Massachusetts. And Northampton Police Department broadcasted an area BOLO for a vehicle just stole from Bridge Street, Massachusetts, license plate 787AS6, a 2004 Nissan Sentra color black Class C headed over the Coolidge Bridge into the town of Hadley. Springfield, Massachusetts, motor vehicle crashed a 3-car accident at the intersection of 8th Street and Wilbraham Road. And unknown injuries, car still in traffic, and Springfield, Mass. Shots spotter was activated in the area of 145 Hancock Street, also to Ashley Street, as responding units have located spent shell cases on Hancock Street and unknown if anything was hit at this time. PHL News time, 11:06 here on this late Wednesday at 10 after a Trevor report here. And Route 24 here, a little slow from Freetown. Route 24 northbound a little slow from Berkeley all the way down for Route 140 in Taunton here. And we got 190 on the northbound side slow for West Boylston. Otherwise, a smooth sailing commute here on this late Wednesday night here, and 128's a little slow in both ends from Beverly down for Gloucester, and Route 3 and 495 intersected a little slow, but otherwise you are smooth sailing on highways, byways in New England here on this late Tuesday night here, late Wednesday night. Peter Chill News Time is now 11:06 here, and it is time now for a weather report. And when I stepped outside to take a look at the weather, it was freezing here. As we take a look at our current conditions right now here in North Massachusetts, 4 degrees above zero with a humidity 8%, wind speed is calm, barometer 3.21 inches, 1 degree below zero, and a visibility of 10 miles an hour here. As we take a look at our current conditions around the region here, 20 degrees that temperature out in Boston, 25 in the Boston Harbor. When you get out into the suburbs, 10 in Bedford, 14 in Lawrence, 13 in Bedford, 22 in Gloucester, 7 above in Pittsburgh, 16 in Worcester, 15 in Sturbridge, 8 above in Webster, 17 in Milford, 6 in Norwood, 5 in Taunton, 18 in New Bedford, 23 in Plymouth, 20 in Provincetown and Chatham, 20 in Martha's-Vineyard, 25 in Block Island, 13 in Westlake, 16 in Providence, 12 in Smithfield, it's 25 in New York City, 24 in Islip, 26 in Montauk, 26 in Long Island, it's 22 in Bridgeport, 22 in New Haven, 21 in Danbury, 18 in Waterbury, 18 in Meriden, 15 in Hartford, 19 in Windsor Locks, it's 18 in Springfield, 11 in Amherst, Massachusetts, 12 above in Greenfield, Mass, 12 in Athol, 11 in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, 4 above in North Adams, Massachusetts, 11 above in Albany, New York, it's 4 above in Saratoga Springs, New York, it's 6 above in Bainton, 4 above in Redwood, Vermont, it's 1 above in Rutland, Vermont, 4 above in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 1 above in Keene, New Hampshire, 10 above in Jeffrey, New Hampshire, 10 above in Lockery, New Hampshire, it's 13 in Concord and Manchester, New Hampshire, 17 above in Nashua, 16 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 19 up in Portland, Maine, here. Surface map here, and it shows a cold front stretching from Alberta, stretching down from southern Saskatchewan, down from southern Manitoba, merging a warm front from western Ontario, merging with a cold front from western Ontario, up in the northern Ontario, up in Quebec, and upstream northwestern portions of Newfoundland here. Another cold front from north central Wyoming, stretching to South Dakota, down from Minnesota here. Another cold front from northeastern Colorado, stretching to northern Kansas, and to southwestern Iowa, merging with a warm front from southern Iowa, down from Missouri, down from northeastern portions of Arkansas, and a front down for the California coastline there. Another front from west central Texas, stretched up in Oklahoma, up in the plains and upper Mississippi Valley here. And another front from Pennsylvania, stretched to New Jersey out to sea here. And 2 areas of low pressure. 1 low pressure from northwestern portions of Missouri, north central Minnesota, and off the Baja California coastline. And 2 areas of 2 cold fronts. 1 cold front off Georgia, and another from western Cuba, stretching out to the Caribbean here. And we got high pressure in northeastern Utah, and western Pennsylvania here, and western Carolinas here. 25 degrees at temperature right out of Detroit, 17 in Pittsburgh, 32 Washington, D.C., 43 in Atlanta, 58 in Miami, Florida. It's 63 in Brownsville, Texas, 69 in Dallas, Texas, 56 in Kansas City, 32 in Chicago. It's 30 out in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 36 in Denver, Colorado, 50 in Albuquerque, 68 out in Phoenix, 41 out in Salt Lake City, Utah, 59 in Las Vegas, 62 in Los Angeles, 58 down in San Francisco, 46 in Seattle, and 32 in Great Falls, Montana. Here. All right, let's take a look at our radar situation here on this late Wednesday night here. Smooth sailing, nothing on the radar in southern New England here. And these are snow flurries around central and eastern coast of Nova Scotia here. And we're seeing some rain, sleet, and snow showers in west central portions of Newfoundland here. Rain and sleet in central portions of Newfoundland, and some rain showers off the northeastern portion of Newfoundland here. And some snow showers in eastern and west central portions of Quebec here. And some snow showers coming in much of Ontario, stretching in the eastern UP of Michigan here. And some snow and sleet around north central portion of Wisconsin. And a lot of rain showers around northeastern Illinois, west of Chicago, and stretching out to Illinois. Rain showers in the northeastern portion of Nebraska. Rain and snow showers around central and southeastern portions of Wyoming and north central portion of Colorado here. And some rain showers in west central and the western coast of Washington and off the Oregon coastline here. Off the northwestern Oregon coastline here. And some snow showers at central portions of British Columbia here. And rain showers in the northeastern Nebraska. And some rain and snow showers at southeastern portions of Alaska here. Take a look at the satellite loop. It shows the Petri clouds coming to much of the northeast around the Quebec and the Canadian Maritimes. Petri clouds coming to much of Great Lakes, and one cloud stretching from the Great Lakes down for the middle and lower Mississippi valleys here around Louisiana here, and another line of clouds coming from Baja California coming to much of 7 California, 7 Nevada, 7 Utah, 7 Colorado, coming to much of Arizona and around New Mexico here, and a line of clouds from northwestern California stretching and coming to much of Oregon here. A line of clouds from British Columbia stretching in Alberta. And a line of clouds coming much of southeastern Kansas, northern Oklahoma, and down from Missouri here. And take a look at our forecast discussion around the region here. First of all, around the country, it shows a wintry mix of precipitation expected with a pair of surface lows crossing the Great Lakes region, and record-breaking warmth will come to where across the Great Plains, and conditions will become increasingly wet over the southwest of the four quarter states. A pair of surface lows tracking about the upper Midwest Wednesday night will trigger some widespread light to moderate precipitation from the Great Lakes Ohio Valley to the northeast and north of United States late this week, and wind is expected with a southern extent of precipitation. However, a trough of accumulated snow will be possible across the upper Great Lakes of New England here, and marginal temperatures to be south of the snow will lead to a wintry mix of precipitation for portions of the Ohio Valley and central elevations and northern Mid-Atlantic states. Also, as one of the surface slows briefly deepen of the northeast coast late in the forecast period, and moist Atlantic air wrapping around the storm could bring a round of heavy snow inland over the Main on Friday. Record-breaking warmth will come to an end across the Great Plains as a strong surface high slides down from Canada and expands over the much of the central U.S. on Thursday and Friday, and conditions become increasing wet over the southwestern four corner states in the next few days, while the elongated upper trail edges inland over the southwestern quarter of the nation, and strong low-level wind brings an abundance of the possible moisture onshore. The anomalous moisture will fuel widespread moderate to heavy precipitation, with the highest amounts expected along the upslope side of the Magellan Rim, and Southern Rockies, and accumulating snow will be possible in some of the higher elevations here. Okay, take a look at our forecast discussion around the region here. High pressure over the eastern Great Lakes will build over New England tonight and Thursday, then movies Thursday. And this will bring a very cold air for the tonight, and then a moderation on Thursday as an Alberta Clipper will move east from the plains and bring a chance of snow Thursday night and Friday night. Very cold conditions linger throughout the weekend, and another storm may bring snow to the region Sunday night and Monday. I'm expecting that storm may be near a miss here, as it will be way south of us here. Near term until 6 a.m. Thursday morning. 10 p.m. update. Ocean effect clouds locked in across the Cape Nouns. Expect gradual clearing through midnight as subsidence diversion continues to lower. Otherwise, Skies are clear and winds up to a couple of spots, but still a tad gusty over the Hyper Downs and elevated terrain where winds have gone calm. Temperatures have plummeted and all the way down to 5 at Taunton and Plymouth and 7 at Pittsburgh. Made some adjustments to temperatures, but good radiation cooling will result in the lows dropping near below zero in the coldest spots in western Massachusetts and eastern Massachusetts here. Alright, let's take a look at our weather notes here. A high risk of freezing cold and icy ground for Thursday. Friday and Saturday, we will have several inches of snow possible Thursday night and then Friday. I'm predicting 4 to 7 inches for Boston and points north and west of the city, and much of central and western Massachusetts, up to Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine here. While here in southeastern Massachusetts, including here in Norton and around Rhode Island, we could get up to 2 to 4 inches of snow with some mixing and maybe a little rain here. I'll be a frigid night tonight with most lows 10 below to 10 above zero here. And more snow possible late Sunday and Monday as lots of uncertainty how close low pressure will attract the New England coastline Sunday and Monday. That's too early to predict snow around here, as I'm predicting that the low will be a miss to us, as the storm will be way south of New England on the Atlantic coastline here, so I'm predicting that the storm on Sunday and Monday will be a miss here. But we'll keep you posted on the latest Sunday, Monday storm here. Okay, tomorrow's odds. We'll see 30 degrees for Boston, 29 for Worcester, 31 for Hartford, 33 for Albany. It'll be 29 for New York, 30 for Rutland, Vermont, 28 in Concord and New Hampshire, and 27 in Portland, Maine. So I'm predicting tomorrow's temperature range for today. For tomorrow's temperature range for tomorrow, 27 to 33 degrees on tomorrow here. Alright, let's take a look at a 7-day forecast. It goes like this here. Overnight, clear sky with a low around 1 degree. North wind about 6 miles per coming after midnight here. And moms and dads, if your kids have school tomorrow, you better bundle them up at the bus stop, because it is going to be freezing out tomorrow morning here. But if your kids don't have school, let them stay home for the 3rd day in a row. You'll find out tomorrow morning here if your kids have school or not. For Thursday, increase the clouds with a high around 29 degrees, calm wind. For Thursday night, snow likely after 3 a.m. Clouds have low around 23 degrees, and calm wind becoming 7 5 miles after midnight. Chance of precipitation is 70%. New circulation less than 1 inch possible. For Friday, snow immediately before 11 a.m. High near 35 degrees and light available wind becoming northwest wind 5 to 9 miles per hour in the morning. Chance of precipitation is 80%. New circulation 1 to 2 inches possible. For Friday night, a chance of snow immediately before 5 a.m. Mostly clouds will low around 10 degrees and northwest wind about 11 and 14 miles per gust size 25 miles per hour. For chance of precipitation is 50%. For Saturday, mostly clear sky about 17, low about 5 degrees. For Sunday, mostly clear sky about 24 degrees. Sunday night, snow likely, mostly clear sky low about 12 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 6%. Monday, snow likely, mostly clear sky about 28 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 6%. Monday night, chance of snow, mostly clear sky low about 5 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 40%. For Tuesday, mostly sunny to clear sky about 18, low about 6 degrees. For Wednesday, clear sky about 29 degrees. Peters with a phrase on the net. A freezing start to your morning tomorrow, and then clouds and 29 for Thursday. Peters, you have a good night with a good positive attitude. I'll be looking forward to you tomorrow morning with a morning report. Good night, and I'll see you in the morning.